Hey guys, welcome. I'm still sick in bed. Love it here. Yeah, I have class tomorrow, so I'm gonna take a COVID test in the morning and hopefully be able to be back on track because I'm not taking any L's no more. It's over. That's it. I felt like I should just do a reading because I just felt like it. So I'm going to just start posting as regularly as I can or as I feel. So let's get into it. This is a guide to the Mermaid Tarot. Well, this is the guide to the Mermaid Tarot, but this is the Mermaid Tarot. I already have the deck broken into, the half thing. I kind of felt like that was not. All right, so let's just get right into it, because what's the point in wasting time? Page of Cups. I've been getting this card a lot lately, so right now it is Pisces season, and I just looked at the moon cycles recently, and our last new moon was in Pisces on the 20th of February, and our next new moon is actually going to be on the 21st of March, which is actually the first day of, maybe it's the 20th is the first day of Aries season. I think March 20th. Don't quote me on that. I think it's March 20th or 21st is the first day of Aries season. Anyway, Pisces season is what we are doing right now. It's what we're in right now. Okay. The focus of this reading is supposed to be to give us guidance on what's transforming in our life, how we can better ourselves, and I kind of already had a topic in mind that I wanted to talk about in the first place, but I didn't really tweak my plans as much as I like to plan a lot more before I do stuff, but I kind of just wanted to just jump in, see what happens. Excuse me if I sound stuffy and stuff. I literally am just sick. But I'm here anyway. We're in this bitch. So the cards that came out from the Mermaid Tarot, yeah, I didn't use this deck a lot when I first bought it, but I've been using it a lot more lately. I am a Capricorn rising, and Aquarius rising actually also in some way. I think it's sidereal. Don't quote me on that. I forget. I don't really like sidereal astrology, so I don't fuck with it a lot, but I am on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius, which is mermaid. Duh. I'm very much in tune with my feelings as much as I am with like grounding energy. You know what I mean? Yeah, that. I have a little bit of the aqua. I have an aqua stellium in my chart anyway. So I'm very much thinking through my feelings type of person more than just like being consumed by my feelings, like a water sign. I have no water in my chart. You can imagine how that is. But I'm a very empathetic person, so I like to think anyway. But anyway, based on this reading so far, we have an energy with the let me just start from the beginning. The Page of Cups looks like this. Upright. The Magician came out second. Upright. This one's cool because it looks like a little like alien mermaid person. This angle's kind of weird. Let me just move a little bit. Maybe. I don't know if that's better. I look sick. So I look sick. But whatever. It is what it is. Then we have the Knight of Cups for the next card, upright, and the only card that came out reversed is the Sun card, which could mean I'm not sure if we're having any eclipses anytime soon, but maybe you might have some placements that go with the last eclipse that just happened, if that makes sense. So if say the last eclipse was in Taurus, you might have a Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. People like to forget Venus. Don't forget your Venus. I'm an Aquarius Venus, and it very much tells you, people move through the world based on their heart space, and your Venus sign is also your appearance and stuff like that. It's very important to think about, especially with your rising sign. Your rising sign is how you come off to people. So yeah, always think about your top big four, I like to think, because people always focus on the big three. It's actually the big four. And if you want to look at your whole chart, I can also put a link below to tell you where to, look at your chart online. The best website I'd say is cafeastrology.com. But yeah, anyway, I'm also shuffling the I am affirmation cards. Oop. All right, that one flipped over, so I'll let it happiest thing. And the affirmation is my favorite, actually, in this whole thing. It's I am capable. It's number 8. So number 8 might be significant to you. You might be born in August. You might have... What else? That's all I'm really getting from that, honestly. You might like to eat. I don't know. I like number 8. It's my favorite, obviously. Obstacles are only as large as I believe them to be. I can achieve anything I desire with comfort and ease. I have all the necessary tools to reach my goals, and I lead with positivity and love. Helpful people show up to aid my endeavors. I am capable. Yes, you is. Okay. So, I'm gonna keep it out for now. Based on these 5 cards, without getting into any of the other cards that I wanted to, decks, that I wanted to shuffle. For whoever's watching this in the collective in general right now, I would say there is a lot of focus on manifesting happiness as a whole. And I don't want to say this is misguided, because everybody wants to be happy, everybody wants to do what makes them fulfill, everybody might seek different things that means happiness means different things to different people. And because it's blocked, it's the sun card reversed, this makes me think of like the sun is life. Okay, the sun is like literally what gives us energy, gives plants energy, that gives us energy, that gives the things we eat energy, that gives us energy. If we if you don't eat salad or something, whatever, if you're like that, if you don't eat fruit, if you don't eat nuts or something, if you don't eat stuff that comes out the ground, okay, just be sure you're taking your vitamins is all I can say. But whatever, that's on you. Everything comes full circle. We are a single interconnected organism as a whole, interconnected universe and beyond. We all thrive from light. In the dark, the only way to know that it's dark is because there's a light there, or bear with me. The only way to know in the dark if there's like a light is to see the light. The only way to know why you're upset is because you know how you feel when you're happy. But I think a lot of people confuse happiness with just being content. There's nothing wrong with just being content with where you are, and there's nothing wrong with just not being happy all the time. That's just not feasible. It's not reasonable. And everybody likes to be like, oh, I'm going out for drinks, I'm going out to the club, I'm going on vacation. Great, it's lit. Everybody likes that. I'm not very much extroverted. I'm trying to get there. People are trying to get me out there and push me out. I'm very much in my element. I very much am very to myself. I don't like to go out, but when I do, I go out. All right, don't get me wrong, but everybody has their days, or nights out, but my main thing is focusing on just being content with where you are whenever you're there. I've been in very high class places, and I've been in very low class places. I've been in, situations where I don't know where my next meal's coming from for the next couple of days. I've been in places where I'm like, damn, I got endless of shit to choose from for the next couple of days. Like, shit, I'm full. Like, I'm about to still eat, but I'm full. There's like levels to it. There's different, what's the word I'm looking for? Excuse the COVID brain fog. I'm trying my best. But there's different tropes. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Maybe. Of where you are in different places of your life, and different paths lead to different places, and if you choose one thing, it'll lead you that way, and it won't lead you that way. Just quite literally that simple. If you don't do it, it won't get done. Even if you want it to get done, as much as you want it to get done, as much as you're trying your best to make this work, putting every last ounce of what you care about into this thing to see it, come out, it could be in vain, is what I'm saying. Because with the sun card here, it's like you're trying so hard to be happy that you're missing out on just the moment in front of you. Just being in the now is there's so much in the present that is so valuable that people don't value, you know? Like, it's like, oh, I can't wait for it to be Friday. I can't wait for it to be 5 o'clock. I can clock out. If you weren't at work bored, like, you can be bored at work or you can be bored at home. But, I mean, you can also work from home and be bored and whatever. But my point is, if you're not happy with what you're doing right now in this moment, you won't be happy later, you know? You can be on vacation and still be like, this kind of like, oh, I'm supposed to be so happy right now. I have to force myself to be happy and whatever because I did this. I worked so hard to save up this money to go on vacation to do this and that and all these excursions. I have to go and do all this stuff. You don't have to do anything, you know? Don't make yourself emotionally drained from investing in something in order to be happy because you don't know what the outcome will be at the end of the day. You know, it's like you can always do your best, and just because you did your best and didn't get the outcome that you wanted doesn't mean you didn't do your best. Your best looks different on different days, and I feel like it's very important for us to recognize that we all, like, our best looks different to everybody. Like, you know, some people have more than others, and some people have less than others, and other different levels. Not even materially, just, you know, it could be like knowledge. It could be like, oh, like, yeah, I finished that show already, but you're just starting it. Like, what? Why didn't you see that show when it came out? You know, stuff like that. It's like, but that person might have seen every other show that's ever, you know, but that person might have not seen all those other shows. Stuff like that. I'm trying to see, energetically, what this Sun card reverse might mean specifically. So I'm gonna shuffle more cards. So I'm going to. Did I use this deck last time? I think I did. The Jeopardize, I always say this wrong, tarot, this card, deck, thing, yes, that, because I want to clarify this a little bit more, but yeah, so, I'm getting it's like you're doing your best to just be happy, but it's like focus more on being in the present, and you'll recognize all that's here already is like way better than being happy, quote unquote. Way better than just being like intoxicated. Like, you know how like when you're drunk you're like, oh, I don't have a care in the world. It's like, I don't want to be cliche because I'm far from like sober as a human being. Like I'll have my times where I'm like on tea breaks and stuff, but I'm like, I usually am a stoner to my core. Like, that's my thing. But yeah, some people get high on life, and it's very real. Once you're content with yourself, you don't even want all that outside shit. It's like, it's just extra at that point. All that stuff is just more to do, you know, but it's not necessary. Wow, The Magician came out twice. Okay, you are really focused on manifesting. You need to recognize you have all the tools you need already. Whatever you're looking for outside of yourself, not even necessarily outside of yourself, because I'm saying it's more emotional, isn't something that you need, you know. It's something that you may really, really desire. With the Ace of Wands coming out, I'm actually just gonna keep these 3 cards. Okay, yeah, so the Ace of Wands came out, the Ace of Fire in this deck it's called, the Magician came out again, and the 3rd card was the Four of Wands. Oh no, sorry, the Four of Swords. Yeah, the Four of Wands is 4 of Swords in this deck. So it looks like these. This is the Ace of Wands. This is the Magician. Okay, and then this is the Four of Swords. So let me just say this. I'm getting that with the Sun card here, this also, obviously, the Sun is on fire, literally. It's like you're really, really trying to like spark something to get it to start. Something started. Get something started that you believe is going to make you happy and fulfilled, but you're exhausted emotionally. I stopped myself because it's the Swords. It's more of like a thought process thing, but there are Cups cards here that say otherwise. You're drained. I think it's like, it could be like you're literally just overworking yourself so you can go and do something else, but then it's like you're gonna be right back where you started. You know what I mean? Like, after you go on vacation, you have to come back home, you know. It's never permanent, and nothing is, you know. Some things are, like, I guess tattoos and stuff, but it's like, it'll be on my body but I won't be in my, it'll be here longer than I am, so, than my consciousness is. But my point is, the magician. You don't need whatever it is you think you need. You don't need it. You don't, trust me. Whatever you think it is that you do need, you don't. And whatever you think it is that's going to make you happy, by all means, go for it. I'm not going to tell you to stop. But I think it's important to recognize that the best way to be happy is to just recognize that being bored is actually kind of peaceful. It's actually just an opportunity for you to be like, wow, I'm so grateful I'm even able to be bored. I'm not having to be stressed out or like have to go do all this different shit to feel alive, you know, to feel good, to feel, period, just to feel. Some people walk around this life and don't feel anything, and it's like, it sucks, you know. It's not a good feeling to not feel anything at all. I've been depressed, I know. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people look at the world around them and they see opportunities that other people are taking advantage of, and like, it's like, why am I not in that position? Why was it them that got that and not me? And it's so easy to put yourself in that mindset when it isn't you. But it's like, everybody has their time to shine, the sun card reverse, and yours will come. Don't stress yourself out waiting or hoping for it to come, or hoping for something to come to fulfill you. Just fulfill yourself in the meantime. You know, focus on yourself, because you can never go wrong with that. Like, you can never, like, you can take risks outside of yourself, but it's like, when you're putting that energy into you, girl, boy, whatever, it's over. Like, once you have that value in yourself, nothing else will matter outside of you. Everything else will just be extra on top of that. The card that came out was the Eight of Pentacles reverse. I think it's definitely stressing you out. This is the Soul cards again. Soul card tarot. I'm thinking about getting this deck again. This is like, I've had it for 2 years. I got it like end of 2020-ish. Maybe mid-2020. I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of old, so you can't even see the cover anymore. It was really pretty at one point. It still is really pretty. The cards are fine, in good condition, but I think I'm going to get this deck again because I want to get the sparkles on the side, the gold. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Drink some water. I mean, that's like obvious. Everybody should just drink water. Especially when you wake up from a nap or just sleeping all night. You didn't sleep. Say you sleep for like 5 to 8 hours. I don't think anybody sleeps for real 8 hours a day. But if you're sleeping for that amount of time without drinking water, and then you're not drinking water throughout the day, sorry, my mom's vacuuming. Just had to vacuum right now. Or my sister, because she's mad at me. But whatever. Clean up your shit. Clean up your act. I don't know, that could be a thing. Wow, the sun came out reversed again. I only wanted to get 2 cards, but 4 cards came out now. So fuck it, let's just make it 5. Yes, we're gonna take that. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So I hope, I hesitated to take this last card. So we have, not necessarily in the order it came out, but sort of, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, which is about working upright. It's like putting the final pieces together of something that's going to make you feel the Nine of Cups emotionally, stability, stable home environment. Just like, it's about, Nine of Cups is about being independent, so Eight of Cups is like working towards that independence, if that makes sense. So the Star reversed, the Sun reversed. The Sun is also a star. That's a really good book. If you guys like romance novels, I definitely recommend that. Really, really good. Really, really cute. I think there's also a movie on Netflix. It might still be on Netflix. Anyway, I'm all over the place with this reading, but I'm just all over the place today. So let's do it the way it's coming out. The Hermit card, upright, focused on yourself. Duh, can never go wrong with that. Like I said, the Two of Pentacles reversed is what made me hesitate to take this card out. Because I'm like, oh, it's going pretty good. It's a nice reading. But then it's like, That had to come out. So every card is reversed except for the Hermit card, because when you're focused on your own business, when you're focused on your own pentacles, that's when they blossom. But because the 8 came out first and then the 2 came out, I think you're putting your energy into something that's going to end up depleting you, literally. You start with 8, you now have 2. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you don't want that. You want to keep as many pentacles as you can. 4 pentacles, where she's like, or he's like holding all the pentacles, like, no, I need the pentacles. By all means, give out the pentacles you want, all the pentacles, materials you want, because, you know, everything comes back to everything you give out comes back. So everything. So in time, obviously, not just when you want it, when you expect it, when your ego's like, I deserve it now. It comes when it's supposed to, and that's how shit works. The Sun and the Star reverse, the Sun again reversed, and the Magician came out twice. The Sun and the Magician are 2 major arcana cards, and they came out twice for you. So you need to focus on making yourself happy, not with anything else that is going to be something you're reliant on, something that's going to deplete you financially, I'm also seeing. And definitely with the way it has to do with the way you give and receive with the 2 of Pentacles, because this card is about balancing. Say it's like school and work, or say it's like your home life and you're going to like working out. You have to balance all these different aspects of your life, and if you're focused on, like, hyper focused on one aspect of your life, you can't put all that energy in. Everything else will just deplete. I'm trying to think of the game. There's a game where it's like, I don't remember what the fuck it was called. It's a video game from like a long ass time ago. I don't play video games as much as I used to. Probably like 2013 or 14, whatever fucking games were cool back then. Barely. It's like when you have all those energy levels, and it's like, oh, I'm focused on, like, say, okay, for the gym, say you're like only working out your arms, you know, and then you're in a situation where you need to work, like, use your legs, and your legs are like, it's like, oh, my legs are so fragile. I thought I should have been able to. I've been working out so much. I go to the gym this much is a week, and You're not focusing on your holistic approach, you know. You're not focusing on every aspect of your body. If you're hyper focused on your diet and not working out, you're not going to see the results as you may have wanted them, because you're not doing everything you need to get that result. If you're only doing a little bit, you're not going to get a lot. But if you're doing a lot, you might only get a little bit, because you're not balancing that give and take. And also, I'm trying to like make it make sense, because I'm getting the message, but I'm trying to like make it correlate to this whole thing. So bear with me. But it's like, when you're working so hard that you're too drained to even enjoy your vacation once you've saved up enough money to go, what's the point? You know what I mean? If you're not taking your time, because that's also what the Eight of Pentacles is about, being patient with yourself especially, you know what's going to happen. So the Star reverse is also upright, means like healing. Very much is the Aquarius card. Very much about focusing on like just just picking up the pieces of like where you could have been wrong in the past. So it's like looking back at the past from a point of reference, more than like making yourself stuck there. If you keep like holding on to, say it was a trauma that happened years ago, you're going to apply that mentality towards future opportunities that may have led you to even better even better positions in your life, only because you were holding yourself back because of what you thought would happen. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting from everything that I just did. What's transforming for you based on all of that, I would say, is probably the way that you look at how you're being, you know, just being in general. Because it's like, if you're going about life like, oh, I hate my job, I hate waking up and having to go to wherever you have to go in the day, you know, there's a lot of days in a year, or only so many days a year, whatever. But, you know, if you can't do something every day, do it once in a while. If you can't do something once in a while, make the time. There's too much time for you not to have any time, you know? There's too much of now for you to not appreciate any of it, you know? Do your best to appreciate every moment and every day that you are given. Be grateful. If you can find just a tiny little bit of something to be grateful about, whether it's a pet, whether it's like, oh, I did my laundry today, I'm so proud of myself, or I washed my sheets, I'm so proud of myself, oh, I drank a cup of, say you don't drink any water at all, I drank a cup of water today. It really can be a little things. And try not to beat yourself up about not doing the things earlier, because at least you're starting now, if that makes sense. And then I'm also going to shuffle. Did I say what those cards were? I did. These are the self-reflection cards from We're Not Really Strangers. I like this deck. It'd be calling me out. It's really good for writing prompts. Journaling is also very, 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 very powerful. Words are power. What you say and what you do all have an effect. I don't want to say one more than the other, but I do feel like the way you, like, be about what you're talking about. You know what I mean? The way you go about doing things that you want to do says a lot about you. If you say, I'm going to do this, and you don't do it, or it takes you years to do it, at least you're doing it then, you know? Say you've had a dream to do something forever, and you're just like, oh, I can't because I have to do this first. I have to do this, I have to do this. Excuse me. Or back to like, oh, I have to go to this job to just go on vacation for a couple of days. If that's what makes you happy, then that's what makes you happy. So, I didn't read the card. Ooh. Okay. Who do I envy? Why do I envy them? That's a great question. Who do I envy and why do I envy them? You don't know a single thing about anybody's life. As much as you might. It could be your twin. It could be your partner. It could be anybody. You don't know a single thing about their life. You can know what you have seen from your perspective, but you don't know what they do. Maybe they, like, everybody has different qualities about them that is just different. Like, it can be like they have a special piece of clothing that they've had since they were like 5 years old. You might not know that about them, you know? It could be stuff like that. It could be like, oh, like I actually did spend like some time overseas and whatever. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that about you. Or like, you know, stuff like that. Why do you envy somebody you don't know? Because you don't know anybody. If you don't even know yourself, how can you know anybody else? And it's like, it's that saying, like, how can you love somebody you don't know yourself? If you don't know who you're looking at in the mirror, how can you look at someone else and be like, oh, I wish I was them? Focus on who you got to deal with. If this is you, then that's you. Focus on what you have to offer, what you have to do. Focus on what you're doing. And I swear to God, you will not feel envious. I think what's changing for you is the way you perceive other people, because it's like so easy to compare yourself to other people and be like, oh, I wish I was skinnier, I wish I was thicker, I wish my butt was bigger, I wish my butt was smaller, I wish my boobs were smaller, I wish my boobs, whatever, were bigger. I wish I had her clothes, I wish I had her hair, I wish I had You can appreciate things without wanting it, without wanting to own it, without possessing it, okay? Like, I'm not naturally blonde, I mean, my hair is blue right now. Or green. It's doing its thing. I'm sick. It's doing its thing. But this is my natural hair color. Doesn't mean I envy people that's natural hair color is this color. Because I don't think anybody's natural hair is this color. But when my hair is blonde, it's not because I envy somebody that's blonde naturally. It's because I like my hair blonde. You know, it's not because I looked at them and said, oh, I need to be that way because I need to be better than them and I need to do it better than them. I need to do what they're doing so I can prove that I'm better than them. If you need to be better than someone, you don't love yourself, because if you could just accept that you are equal to everybody around you and nobody's better than you, then you won't feel the need to be better than anybody else. You'll recognize everybody, justice card, you know, is on the equal playing field, okay? Everybody is the same, more or less, whether you have more money than them or not. Whether you have a home and they don't, whether you're paying rent and they're living at home not paying rent, whether it's, you know, this or that. You were the only you, and you will be the only you that will ever be. Appreciate that. Find the beauty in that. Find the magic in that. And do what you can as who you are to help others realize the same thing. That's all I have to say. Let me get this last card and then end this reading, because I was trying to speed it up a little bit because I felt like I could just talk about this topic I wanted to discuss for hours, but you know, the description box will be like a whole 5-paragraph essay. I realized after I wrote that whole thing how long it was. I'm like, wow, I literally just wrote a whole essay in my description box. But I had a lot to say, I had a lot on my mind, and I have a lot of energy, and I like to put it out there because I can keep it in, but then I'm like, I don't like focusing on myself too much because I have a first house stellium, and I can just get really like identity crisis, ego death, all those type of issues, and I don't like it. It's not fun. I like being happy with who I am, and then it's like the minute I'm accepting who I am, I want to be somebody else. Hence the hair. Anyway, let's go. Let's go move on to the backyard blessings cards. They look like these. They're super cute. They're really cute. Like, I like this deck. It's adorable. What is transforming for the people watching this video and the collective in general, because we all are connected, and all that stuff. Something flipped out, but it didn't come out, so I'm gonna just shuffle. Ooh, almost in my water. Shine. Yeah. Oh my god. Again, with the sun card and the magician card, do what you have to do to make yourself feel bright, if that makes sense. Like, you are bright, you are capable, you are worthy, you are you, and that's the best thing that you can possibly be. So shine. Your bold choices prove there's nothing ordinary about you. Show the world your wildest ideas and shine your brightest colors. Dare to dazzle. I didn't even read the card yet, and I'm... Okay, anyway. Jewel bug. I've never seen a jewel bug in real life, probably, but I'm sure that they're shiny. They're probably really cute. I love beetles. I think scarabs are adorable. I think ladybugs are adorable. I'm learning to like spiders because I used to be terrified of them. This is the side, I think. One of these sides of my face, I think this one, is where the spider is, because I got a tattoo because I had to face my fears. I'm not afraid of anything. I used to be, but not anymore, because now it's on me all the time. It's like, oh my god, spiders, what if spiders are on me? Now it is. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a little bit different. Not much, like, you know, with a whole topic presented, but I think it is still very important to hear little messages here and there. Maybe little things. There might be something I said that maybe resonated and the rest of you might not have resonated with you, but I feel like it's important to find the beauty in everything that you can and just be grateful with whatever is presented to you. So that being said, I hope you can move forward with that perspective in the rest of your life, and may all your wishes come true and all that stuff. But yeah, focus on doing what makes you content, peaceful. You know, don't worry about being bored. Don't worry about not having enough. Lack mentality will keep a lot of people stuck in their same situations for the rest of their lives. I was thinking about this the other day. So, hold on. Fuck people like, oh, we're never making out the hood. Oh, we're making it out the hood. Where do you want to go from there? You know what I mean? Fuck that whole thing where it's like we have to leave where we're from to be better. You can build where you are, wherever you are, whenever you're there. You know, you can have a house in the projects and still go to Dubai on vacation. You don't have to go and be like, you can have realistic goals, if that makes sense. You don't have to transform everything about yourself, like move everything and start all over again to feel fulfilled with who you still have your past. Your past is everything that's ever been with you, and it's everything that ever will be with you. You don't have to live there, but it is still relevant. You can't erase the things that you've done, the choices that you've made, but you can learn to accept them and embrace them and transform that energy into positive to help yourself move forward in a brighter way for everybody around you. So that being said, that's all I got for you guys. Again, I think I already said that, but yeah, I'm gonna post this right away because I'm trying to be active and stuff. So thanks, guys. Bye.